Well, guys, if you saw the video yesterday, then EURUSD is definitely making me look good today. And I'm not saying that to brag or pat myself on the back because not all my trades are this good. But yesterday, I made a video about how I expected the EURUSD to continue bullish. You can go watch that video yesterday. I just basically said I want to continue with the trend here. I think the momentum is up, and I think that we could get past these daily highs. Now, at the beginning of the week and yesterday, both times in those two videos, I shared this concept where we were breaking above this consolidation on the daily chart. And I ended up taking a buy position yesterday, like I said I would, on the retest of this zone. So let me break it down. I'm going to show you guys in a minute just the full trade, but I ended up taking a trade on the 1 hour chart. And I want to talk about where I'm at with this current trade and where I think EURUSD is set to go for the rest of 2020. This is just, again, my opinion. Don't go make a huge trade or gamble your life savings on anything like that. I'm just sharing my personal opinions here. But I am also going to show you guys a trade that I ended up taking inside of the A1 trading community, being long on EURUSD, just like we talked about yesterday. In fact, I actually referenced the video. I said, I'm taking a long position here on the pullback to the 50% retracement off of this high. And I said that I'm basically taking a trade based on the analysis that I did in yesterday's video. You can see right here, basically I shared this analysis. We were getting the pullback in a dominant uptrend here on euro dollar. We had broken through highs. Everything looked bullish. This was like a really clean trade setup for me. And you can see we came back to that 50%. We got in at that previous resistance, now expecting it to be support. And you can see, here's the 4-hour view that I shared with members as well. You can see uptrend, pullback to previous resistance, and I just said, okay, I want to be long here. This is my chance. We're seeing that sharp pullback. In fact, I actually know some people who made money on the pullback here, catching that drop as well, and then they closed out their positions here at the support and caught the long position with me, which those people definitely played it better than I did. I'm just looking for the long continuation in this uptrend. But you can actually see, we go back to the chart, look at what has happened since. We've rocketed higher here on EU, and the trade that I took is at this point in a lot of good, it's headed in the right direction, we'll put it that way. I've actually moved my stop on this trade too to break even. So I've moved my position, this is roughly where I got in, right around here. I've moved my stop to break even, and at this point I'm running in profit approximately 80 pips. Now, why am I telling you this? And I'm not doing this to brag, like I said, because not all of my trades are this good, and I don't want to make it seem like I'm some sort of guru that always gets it right. But occasionally you catch the pullback, and I think it's really important that from here we don't screw this up. What do I mean by that? Well, I'm going to talk about this trade and how I think there's some lessons to be learned. I know there's a lot of people who would get into a trade like this, and as soon as it goes a little bit in profit, they shut it out. And I am a big proponent of anything in life, including trading. If something is going well, let it do its thing. And if something is doing poorly or pulling you down or, killing your vibe, for lack of a better term, get rid of it, cut it out, and that's my philosophy with a lot of trading concepts is when you take a trade, if it works out, let it do its thing. You can see I'm still in this trade. I've actually moved my stop from where it was. I put a stop underneath structure here. I moved that stop up to break even. And from here, it's just a ride along game where I'm just going to say if Eurodollar wants to keep doing its thing like I think it will throughout the rest of 2020, I'm staying long. And if price decides to pull back, then I will just trail out and take a small loss. Well, actually, not at this point, I won't make a loss. I'll make a break-even trade. Or if price continues, I might even lock in some profits here. So what's the point behind sharing this? Now, I could see EURUSD drop here, and we could go all the way back and trail out my stop for break-even, and that would not be ideal. But it would not be the end of the world, because it's not about this trade. It's not about the next trade. It's about the next 100 trades that you take. It's about the next 1,000 trades that you take. And for me, that means I need to keep my habits in check. So what I mean by that is I need to make sure that I'm not taking a profit just because I see green. I need to make sure that I'm letting a trade do the full amount of work that it wants to do. I could have argued that, oh, I should have taken profits here because it looks like it might reverse. Oh, it's at resistance. Why didn't you take a trade, Nick? I get these comments on YouTube, and this is me telling you, I don't know what the rest of this trade holds, but this is me telling you that for me, it's more important to build a good habit and stick to a strategy than to play this particular trade perfectly, right? You might say, oh, Nick, you should take profits here because it's going to pull back and then you're going to get trailed out. That could happen. But what I'm saying is that by building a good habit, trailing that stop, locking in a trade, letting it do its thing, letting a good thing work for you is everything in trading in my personal approach to trend following and letting a trade continue. So let's talk about 2020 and 2021. So euro dollar is my favorite pair right now because we are moving nicely. We're seeing US dollar weakness continue to carry this thing past highs, which is a healthy sign of an uptrend. People might say, oh, well, it looks like it's getting stretched to the upside. It's got to come down soon. That to me is not how I view the markets. For me, when I see higher highs and higher lows being formed, I see, okay, this thing has consistency. It has a sign of winning, and it very well continues or could continue to win more. So I'm going to let it do its thing. So that is my big, I guess, point for this video. I love the fact that we are breaking through highs here at EURUSD. I think that opens up a continued push. We are at that 1.2 level on euro dollar, and we've closed above it pretty consistently, which is a big deal. That is a big psychological level. So if we can hold above 1.2, which is right around here, this previous high, we touched 1.2 and then we dropped. Now that we're above it and holding it on the 4-hour, and if we can hold it on the daily chart, to me, what that signals from a price action perspective is there is a strong probability, not guarantee, a strong probability that we will probably hold that 1.2 level, if not move higher for the remainder of 2020. We have 30 days left of 2020 by the time of making this video, and I think that EURUSD does have the strength to either continue or at least hold this current area and not drop massively. Now, again, I can be wrong. What I'm saying is probability speaking, using price action, using fundamentals, using analysis to gauge my opinion, my analysis as to where this thing will go, I think it will probably stay here or go higher. That is how I construct a trade. And then part two is actually running with the technicals, getting in at a proper setup and risking small. And if you're right, let it continue. If you're wrong, stop out. I hope this has been helpful. This is a trade breakdown that I'm currently in right now. I'm not out of this trade. We'll see how this one decides to play out. But even while we were doing this video, you can see on the 5-minute chart, we've still seen bullishness. We're still seeing strength continue for a dominating market. And in my view, the best way to play a market is to let the winners run and to stop out the losers. It's so simple. You heard it a million times, but that's everything to me. So that's my thought on EURUSD. I hope this video was helpful to you. I know it was a little bit of a ramble. If you enjoyed this video, though, make sure to smash that like button like all the YouTubers ask you to do, and subscribe to my channel if you want more content for free. By the way, join us inside of the A1 trading community. I know, people all over the internet, they're, telling you to subscribe and like, but honestly, the best thing you could do for yourself is check out the service that we offer. It is something that we put a lot of effort into. We have full-time people working on that to make it the best community for traders. So if you enjoy this sort of stuff and you want to trade with myself and the rest of our team, check it out. Click the link down below in the description and use the promo code for some sort of discount there. Today is like the last day of Cyber Monday, or our Cyber Monday sale. So if you use the code down there, it should get you a decent discount. Thanks, guys, and we will see you back in the next video.